Om yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedashta prahinoti tasmai tamhadevamatma buddhi prakasham mumukshurvai sharanamam prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharshibhyo Mahatbhyo Namo Gurubhya Sarvopaplavaraitaha Prajnanaganaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi. वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्गपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतंत्र स्वतंत्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। Now we are in the 10th chapter of Laghuvasudeva Mananam. The chapters here are called as Varnakas. And Idanim Dashama Varnake Atmanaha Panchakosha Vyatirikthatvam Uchyate. Now, what is it that you are going to see in this 10th chapter is that the Panchakosha Vyatirikthatvam, which is the Lakshanam of Atma, is going to be examined, is going to be seen. We all know Tatastha Lakshanam, then Atadvyavritti Lakshanam, and Swarupa Lakshanam. So the author has categorized the Lakshanas into these three classes. That the Lakshana can be Atadvyavritti Lakshanam, Tatastha Lakshanam, or Swarupa Lakshanam, of which now Panchakosha Vyatirikthatvam is Atadvyavritti Lakshanam. Okay. So now he goes directly to the subject matter, because now we all know that what is a Lakshana, why Lakshana is required. Okay. So without going into that, now this and now Panchakosha Vyatirikthatvam is Atma Lakshana. And Atma is said as to be other than the Panchakoshas. That what is other than the Panchakoshas. Vyatirikthatvam. Vyatirikthatvam will become the dharma. And Vyatiriktaha will become the dharmi. So even if I translate it as Atma is other than the Panchakoshas, it still is talking about dharmi and not of dharma. Correct? Separateness of Atma other than the Panchakoshas is then this becomes dharma. Because unless and until you add the ness to it, it cannot be called as dharma. Like pot, potness, cow, cowness. So this becomes dharma. So what the actual sentence is vyatiriktatvam. Tvam means dharma. Ghatatvam, bodhvam, like that. Annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vishyanamaya, anandamaya, panchakosha. Kosha generally means the cocoon or the scabbard of the sword. The cover, the scabbard of sword is called as kosha, sheath. Instead of calling it scabbard, because sheath of the sword also is okay. So sheath. Now we already have this misunderstanding about the self. Aham. Now this misunderstanding now also can become the basis of your vyavahar. Okay. And therefore, just because something is vyavaharikam does not mean that it is true. Vyavahara can be conducted. Okay. You know, okay. In my school days, the earliest, the primary school, it was the first time that the school had taken the children out for not a picnic, a trip of 2, 3 days, overnight, 3 days. Okay. Now, all of them are small children who, still there. But that was a nice thing. And they take it. So then one teacher, she was very old senior person, very mature, stable. Then she came to the room where all these boys in our group are sleeping. She said, I know a lot of children are there who will put their hands on the mother's stomach and sleep at night. So now put your hand on this friend's stomach. You see, Vyavahara is done. Just because that you are able to sleep properly doesn't mean it is mother's stomach. So Vyavahara, in order to conduct Vyavahara, it is not necessary that it is a fact. Correct? So Vyavahara is conducted in all this Vyavahara. There is the misunderstanding, the adhyasa is the base. No matter how glorified that Vyavahara is, you can say nationalism, you can say sadhaka, you can say several other things, universal brotherhood and so on and so far. But at the base of all of it is avidya. And that misunderstanding is now seen in 5 categories. And that's why these are called as the 5 koshas. There are 5. Sometimes when you are going to refer to I, you may simply mean the body. I'm a man, I'm a woman, so on and so forth. So when you are saying I'm now 52 years old, what do you mean by that? Body. So I'm this tall, this short. What do you mean? And this is my weight, mine. What? What do you mean by that? What is the meaning of I in that sentence? It means the physical body. Then sometimes you are going to say, I am tired. Sometimes you are going to say, I'm feeling very energetic. I think I also can lift Dronagiri Parvat. I'm feeling so energetic. I'm going to Dronagiri Parvat and fly to Rameshwaram. And what are you referring to? Pranamaya Kosha. You're talking about the pranas. Then sometimes we say, I'm feeling a little sad. What are you referring to? Manomaya Kosha. I am confused. What do you mean? Manomaya Kosha. Then I am certain it is a snake. That certainty means it is the function of buddhi, adhyavasaya. So now the function of buddhi is seen as the function of atma. So now at this point, you have made atma synonymous with buddhi, isn't it? I know. What do you mean by I know? Knowing is the function of intellect. But I know means that you have made I synonymous with buddhi. You see? So there are these various expressions, and those expressions are actually what? Your experience. And all these experiences have the basis of what? Of avidya. Okay? Whether it is the laukika vyavahara or the shastriya vyavahara, or what is the basis of all vyavahara? Avidya is the basis of all. Even when you are going to say, I am a sadhaka, I am a seeker, I am a spiritual aspirant, I am a yogi, I sit for 3 hours in meditation every day. What do you know? What do you think I am? 3 hours. And then I create, my body creates Omkar continuously. That Omkar. But for other people, that Omkar sounds like roaring. So you are actually snoring. Then all these things, even whatever identity that you may give, is all avidya only. So now, what remains hidden is this Atma, the self, in spite of all this vyavahara. And therefore, now that all these things become the cause to hide the Atma, like the avarana, like the kosha. And that is the reason why they are called as kosha. It is called as kosha. And because it is seen as this Kantil Atangi. So it is seen. हाँ? मैं गले में नहीं, दांत में अटक गई. ना ना ना. So what happened is that this Atma remains hidden. And therefore, now over here, we are not saying that since the Vyavahara, there is a successful, fruitful Vyavahara, that means it has to be a fact. There can be Vyavahara, there is no Vyavahara, and in fact, we are saying all of the Vyavahara is a Shastriya Vyavahara or Laukika Vyavahara. Okay, you're doing Sandhyavandanam, following the Shastra, or you're going over there to the grocery store to buy moong dal. Okay, all this thing is what? Avidya only. Okay, so now these people have seen this as in 5 different ways, and therefore there is Panchakosha. So now, once when the Panchakosha Viveka is done, if you are able to see that the meaning of I is neither of these five things, then the Panchakosha Viveka is done. And so Vyatiriktatvam of Atma becomes evident to you. This becoming evident is then called what he called in the previous chapter as the Darpanam and Pratibimbita Mukham will not know the Bimba Mukham, but Bimba alone knows. So this Vyatiriktatvam has to be seen in the Buddhi, is because the confusion is in the Buddhi, that's why. And that's why. So therefore, this knowledge has to take place. So here we go. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vishyanamaya, Anandamaya, Panchakosha. So now what he has done in the beginning is simply name them. Okay? Uddesha. Uddesha. Then will come Lakshana and then Pariksha. This is how it follows. This is how the Shastriya Paddhati is. So what are these five koshas, five sheets? They are called as Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vishyanamaya, Anandamaya, Iti. Why is the Annamaya kosha called as Annamaya? Now that Maya is Mayat Pratyaya. And that Mayat Pratyaya is used in the sense of Prachuryam or Vikar. What is it used for? Prachuryam or Vikar. Prachuryam means saturation. Okay. Like how our Vijay makes the tea. The sugar is saturated to such an extent that you, after having the sip of the tea, your lips get sealed. The sugar syrup it is, prachuryam. Then what is the mayat pratyaya also means vikar. Vikar means modification, transformation, a change. So here he says why? Anna vikara, shukra shonita janyam, shadbhava vikara sahitam, annenaiva vartamanam, idam sthula sharirameva annamaya kosha. This sthula sharira. We have seen this sthula sharira. That's why he's using this word. We have seen sthula, sukshma and karana sharira viveka in the earlier chapter. So now the sthula sharira itself, the gross body only is called as annamaya kosha. So there has to be a reason why instead of calling it gross body, you have chosen to call it annamaya at this point. So here he says there are two reasons he gives. One reason is Annavikara Shukra Shonita Janyam. Now we all are aware that this body is what? The seed from the mother and the seed from the father, and that is how this body is developed, formed. So Shukra means from the father, Shonita means from the mother. Now even these are also what? The modification of the anna consumed by the parents. And therefore, anna vikara, shukra shonita janyam. It is also what? Anna only, that food which was consumed modifies in that particular form and then becomes the seed. So thus, so it is also anna only, nothing but anna has changed the form. I have told you in the earlier cases only that wheat changes the form to become flour. Flour changes the form to become dough. Dough is then rolled on the, what do they call it? chakla, velan, what do you call English में? Pin, rolling pin.
Rolling pin.
And उसको नीचे पाटा होता है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? क्या है? Okay. Yeah, because in the outdated means nowadays you can do it. In the earlier days, everything was covered and floored. How can they do it there? They required that thing. So now they it changes the form and becomes flat. Then it goes and lands on the hot plate, tawa, and then becomes roti. Then from there it is taken and landed on fire directly. Then it becomes fluffy. Steam is coming out of it. This is how, and then when it is consumed in your mouth, the roti changes the form, masticated, and then when it is consumed, goes down, it still changes. And when the body processes it, it still changes into various things. And so, what is it after all? Wheat is only changing the form. So, even this, the Stri Purusha Bijas are there, they are also nothing but Anna in different form. That's it. Okay, processed food. Annamaya. So Anna Vikara Shukra Shonita Chanyam. Shadbhava Vikara Sahitam. And then how is it? With six Vikaras will also be seen. Bhava Vikaras. Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Parinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati. These are the Shadbhava Vikaras. They will also be there along with it. So this body is constantly in process of change. Even if somebody comes and tells you, oh, you have not changed at all. Please say, thank you very much, but you know the fact. You can tell him what hair dye you are using. So then what will happen? Anna vikara shukra shonita chanyam. Shadbhava vikara sahitam. Anne naiva. And then there is third reason also. Anne naiva vardhamanam. That how does it grow? That it has come out of Anna. That's okay. But it also survives and grows on Anna. Annam. So Vardhamanam idam sthula shariram eva Annamaya kosha. Therefore, the sthula sharira for these reasons is called as Annamaya kosha. So next kosha is Pranamaya kosha. Karmendriyahi saha pranaha pranamaya kosha. The Pranamaya, what is Pranamaya kosha? The pranas along with the karmendriyas is called as pranamaya kosha. Okay. Actually, if you go by the Upanishad, even jnanendriyas are also called as pranas. Where did you see this? Do you remember this prasanga or not? From Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Ah, over there, Shrama is called as Mrityu. So all these Indriyas decided that they are going to continue. There is a nice prasanga in the Upanishad. All these Indriyas decided that they will continue doing their work. Eyes and hands and legs, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, all in their respective fields. They said we keep doing our. Then they were overpowered by Shrama, Mrityu. Shrama here is called as Mrityu. So the only one who could not be overpowered by Mrityu was Prana. Because even when you sleep, after getting tired, the prana, apana, will, inhalation, exhalation will happen. It is not that, oh, I am tired of breathing, now let me stop breathing. He had to sleep, and then pranas still continue. So this mrityu, that shrama, is not able to overpower the pranas. So what all these indriyas did was took shelter in this pranas. And therefore, even the indriyas are also called as pranas. But now, for the for our understanding of the Panchakoshas, prana plus karmendriyas is called as pranamaya kosha. Okay, this is a different categorization. All the same things only. Sometimes it will be called as avasthatraya. Sometimes there will be another model, and that is shariratraya. And yet another model to understand, and that is panchakosha. Okay, so कर्मेन्द्रियैः सह प्राणः is called as pranamaya kosha. ज्ञानेन्द्रियैः सह मनोमय kosha. Now the mind. Okay, now mind means now even over here that antakaranam is not taken. Even antakaranam is also divided, and different parts are now put into different categories. And that is when with the jnanendriyas, the mind plus the mind is called as manomaya kosha. Then what is called as vijnanamaya kosha? So jnanendriyaihi saha buddhi is called as jnanamaya kosha. Okay. So the jnanendriyas are in both the classes. You know, there is this fun in school. You had these optional subjects, no? Sanskrit and whatever, French and all that. So those who wanted to take French, they could be from division A, B, C, D, anywhere. But French class will be one, and so also they will go and mix there. So those who want to take French will come to this. And like that, we all know that this Jnanendriyas, when are sitting with the Manomaya, with the mind, is called as Manomaya. And these Jnanendriyas, when they change their division and come and sit with the Buddhi, now this is called as Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay. Okay. Then Priya Moda Pramoda Vrittibhihi Saha Ajnanam Anandamaya Kosha. Now this Ajnanam only will be called as Anandamaya Kosha. When will it be called as Anandamaya Kosha? So remember, now this since it is Anandamaya Kosha, and Ajnanam only is called as Anandamaya Kosha. Now this Ajnanam being other than Atma is subject to modification. But when this Ajnanam is there, this Ajnanam also is there along with the, the reflection of Ananda of the self. That is the reason why in the deep sleep you have, I did not know anything, and there was absolutely peace. It was great. So why do you say that there is sukham in the sushupti? So, because though there is ajnanam, yet this sukham, which is the nature of Atma, is reflected in that ajnana. So also you have sukham over here in the Jagrata Avastha also, but it is not like, absolute. Now this sukham is, oh, this is a nice ice cream. It would be better if we had pista flavor. Don't you say? So there is always going to be gradation. And then what is that grade? So we have just three. Even in the degrees of comparison, you have three. What is the first one? Positive, comparative, and superlative. Like that, over here, it is possible. Priya more than Pramoda. Vritti. Saha Ajnanam Anandamaya Kosha. When this is there, this Ajnanam along with these three modifications is Vritti is called as Anandamaya Kosha. So what is this Priya Moda Pramoda? And when do you see these as the three grades of your Ananda or of Sukha? So here we say Ishtavastu Sandarshana Santosha Priyam. Okay. So when you see something that is dear to you, now that itself pleases you. Now this pleasant feeling is Priya. So you go for this wedding reception. Then you see all these various things are put over there. Other than the groom and the bride, your more interest is in what is there on the table. And you go and you see gulab jam. Now you are in the queue. You see gulab jam, and then you are delighted. So that delight, one seeing gulab jamun is priya. When it actually is being served to you on your plate, and you can feel the warmth when you're holding the plate down. That is moda. And when that gulab jam lands on your tongue, it is in the mouth, and you are eating like a rakshas, crushing that innocent thing. Churnite ruttamangi. No, it was shaped so nicely. You put in the mouth and you crush it. Sara shape will bigaad dete ho. So that is what pramod. Now that is anubhava. So this is how it is told. Ishtavastu sandarshana santosha priyam. Tadvastu labha santosho. Actually, this is santosha only. Santosha modaha. Tad anubhava santosha pramodaha. Evam panchakosha. These are called as panchakoshas. यथा खड्गम तत्कोशः शिवलिंगम संपुटः आम्रफलं त्वक् पुरुषं कंचुकः इति एतानि एते यथा आच्छादयन्ति एवं पंचकोशापि आत्मानम् आच्छादयन्ति अतः कोशाः इति संज्ञा. Why is this all called as kosha? है ना? There has to be a reason why it is called as. He gives you few examples. Khadagam tatkosha, like khadaga means the sword, and its sheath, scabbard. So khadagam tatkosha, shivalingam samputaha. You must have seen it in the temples that after the puja, the shivalinga with the silver mask, it is covered. Bhagavan Shankar's face or sometimes whatever is there. Shivalinga Samputaha. Amraphalam Tvak, like the skin of the Amraphala. Mango. Purusham Kanchuka, or like the shirt of the person, man. Purusham Kanchuka. Ityetani ete acharayanti. All of these have one thing in common. And what is it? That they cover whatever is there. It covers. Whether it is the sheath of the sword, or the samputa of the Shivalinga, or the skin of the mango, the pulp is all remains covered, or the shirt of the person. Ityetani ete yatha chadayanti. Evam panchakosha api. So also what do these panchakoshas do? Atmanam chadayanti. Ataha koshaha iti samshaya. Nanu khadgadinam tat koshadinam cha satta bhinna. पंचकोशानाम आत्मभिन्न सत्ताकत्वात् सत्ताकत्वाभावात् कोशादिभ्यो वैषम्यात् कथम आत्मा आच्छादकत्वम् इति चेत्. Oh, now this is a very interesting question. Now, Khadga and the Kosha, or the Samputa and the Shivalinga, they are two different things and they have their own independent existence, right? So, like the Kosha has its existence and the sword has its own existence. Sword is not dependent on the kosha for its existence. The kosha is not dependent on the sword for its existence. Similarly, all these things also. Khadgadinam, koshadinam cha satta bhinna. Satta means existence. Is independent, different, both of them. But now, Panchakoshanam, so all this is Anatma Padartha. Now we have already seen that entire range of Anatma is what? Dependent for its existence on Atma. So it draws its existence from Atma. So Tesham Swatantra Satta Nasti. Panchakoshanam Atma Bhinna Sattakatva Abhavat. So there is an abhava of Bhinna Sattakatva. Okay. Koshadibhyo Vaishamyat. So now this is a point which is different from the scabbard and all these things. Koshadibhyo Vaishamyat. So how can now these be called as the Achadakas? Because Vaishamyat katham atma achadakatvam iti chet. So now if you have to take another example, let us see what example he gives to show this. Okay, I will give you another example. We will go to the example of the author. But before that, in the answer, there's alankara. Ornaments do not have any independent existence other than the gold. Whatever is the weight of the gold is the weight of the, whatever is the chemical property of the gold is the chemical property of the ornament. Whatever is the physical property of the gold is the physical property of the ornament. Okay, and there, but one thing is sure, that gold is independent and this ornament is dependent for its existence on gold. Gold doesn't depend on any ornament for its existence. That only if there is kundala, then it is gold. Does it happen? So therefore, gold is independent, the ornament is dependent. So now we have found some place where there are two things, and out of which one is dependent, like the anatma padartha is dependent on the atma for its existence. Like that, we have ornament dependent on the gold for its existence. Yet, it can be now said that the ornament covers the gold. Because now what you are seeing is a necklace crown, bangle, bracelet. That is what you are seeing. The various names and forms. Okay. This is what is the mantra of Ishavasya, the first mantra. Om Ishavasyaminam sarvam yat kincha jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena kunjita marudakasya svedhanam. Isha Vasyam. Vasyam means Achhadaniyam. This entire world is worth covering up. With what, sir? With Ishvara, with Paramatma. Vasyam. Some people made it Isha Avasyam. Isha Avasyam. This is how they did the Vigraha. Huh? Ah, Sandhi Viched, they did. Or the Sandhi and then the Samasika Padam. What is Samas called? Compound. क्या हुआ?
मुझे लगा बहुब्रीहि समाज.
कहाँ का कहाँ? No, someday if you people ask me, Swamiji, how's your mother-in-law? That is something I'm saying something like that. Bahubali Samas, Ishavasya. Hey Bhagavan. Then what happened is that this is, I will not take the name of that, because he's a revered figure. Some people may not like it. Isha Avasyam. He said, oh, what a commentary, what a commentary. Then these Vaidikas are brought and they will do the Khanapat, Jatapat, and all those things, wherein the words are then separated and then chanted. Said, do the Ishavasya mantra part. Isha, 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 Vasyam, Vasyam. No, what is the original thing? All the Vaidikas will only give you, na? So it became Isha Vasyam, not Isha Avasyam. So this world is the house of God. That one Bhashyakara has said is perfectly in resonance, in tandem with the Vaidika Parampara. So there is somebody who is reporting to you more honestly as it is. Isha Avasyam. Isha, not Avasyam. Isha Vasyam. And so Isha becomes Titiyanta Vasyam. Achhadaniyam. So, like if I tell you now, if somebody does not understand this whole thing is gold in the goldsmiths, now it is understand all this is gold, cover all the ornaments with gold buddhi means what? Understand that there is everything is nothing but whether you see kundala or earring or you see a bracelet or you see a necklace or a crown, what is it all? So gold buddhya achhadaniyam. Like that, this whole world of names and forms is Ishvara buddhya achhadaniyam. Okay? So, though this ornament does not have any independent existence, and hence you can very confidently now say that this ornament is what is an appearance of the gold, whether it is earring or a necklace or a bracelet, is all what? Appearance on the gold. It is an appearance, don't forget that. So because that proves that it does not have its own independent existence, yet it can cover the gold. Now somebody can go, I can see Kundala. He who does not know what is gold, he will say, I can see Kundala and I can see Kankana and I can see all these necklace and all that. But where is gold? I want to see gold. Don't show me Kundala and all that. Crown and necklace. Show me gold. He said, gold. Don't show me bracelets. Okay, okay, then Kundala. No, don't show me Kundala. Show me gold. Now, what has happened for this man is that his names and forms have hidden their Atma, the reality of all the ornaments. So also over here, these Panchakoshas, though do not have any independent existence, yet what happens? Covers the Atma, and therefore they are called as koshas. So koshatva, which means achadniyatva, is there, a part which hides uchyate. So this is from me. Now let us see how Vasudeva Yatishwara tells. Aditya Kirana Parinama Visheshatva Meghasya Aditya Satyaiva Satta. He says, how are the clouds formed? Can there be cloud formation without the sun? So, Aditya Kirana Parinama Visheshatva. Now, what are these clouds? Nothing but the Aditya Kirana Parinama Vishesh, modification of that rays of the sun or heat of the sun, you can say. Aditya Kirana Parinama Visheshatva Meghasya Aditya Satta Eva Satta. Tathapi Sa Megha Adityam Yatha Achadati. So this, just as this cloud covers the Aditya, Achadayati, then Agnim Upajivya Vartamanasya Dhumasya. How is this Dhuma? Is Upajivya, dependent on Agni. So Agni becomes Upajivaka. Remember this difference. Upajivya and Upajivaka. So also when you are going to go into the Pramana Vichara somewhere, you will come across this Upajivya and Upajivaka Pramanas. Okay. Agnim Upajivya Vartamanasya Dhumasyapi Agnehe Agnehe Satta Eva Satta. So now this Dhuma does not have any, it is dependent for its existence on Agni. Tathapi sa Dhumaha yatha Agnima Chadayati. Just as this Dhuma covers the Agni, Dhumena Vriyate Vanihi Yatha Darshu Balena Cha. Even Shri Krishna Bhagavan uses this analogy. So, Tathapi sa Dhumaha yatha Agnima Chadayati evam Atma Sattaya Sattavantopi Koshaha Atmanam Chadayati. So, he gives you two examples. One is the Aditya and Megha, and the second one is Agni and Dhuma. And third example, Varna and Alanga. You have it. Itaha param atmanaha panchakosha vyatiriktvatvam uchyate. Now, from this point upwards, what are we going to see? We have seen what is panchakoshas. Okay. We have not only seen panchakoshas, but we have seen one more point, and that is the reason why these five are called as koshas. So koshatva is there in them. Koshatva is what? Achhadaniyatva. Okay. Like this scabbard and the sword, Samputa and the Shivalinga, the fruit and its skin, and Purusha and the Kanchuka, the shirt of the person. Okay. So we have seen these two things. Itaha param atmanaha panchakosha vyatiriktvatvam uchyate. खड्गादिकं तत् कोशादिकं च एकत्वेन खड्गादिरूपेण व्यवहारीयमानमपि तत् खड्गादिकं कोशात् भिन्नम्. Drawing from the same examples that he has provided, one more point is pushed forward. Now, when it is told to you, bring me the sword, so that person goes and brings the sword along with the scabbard. Okay? So when you are asked, Are you went to the temple, did you see the Shivalinga, have the darshan of Shivalinga? So you see, yes, yes. So actually you are using how you mean both of them together, the kosha and the khadga. Khadgadikam tat koshadikam cha ekatvena khadga rupena vyavariyamanam. Now the Shivalinga is only, you are calling even that. Samputa also has Shivalinga only, you say. So when you are asked, did you eat the fruit? You say, yeah, I ate the fruit. Then you say, Array, you have kept the skin for what? You said you have eaten the fruit, but what have you kept the skin? Eat that also. Some people eat it, but difficult personally. We have kept it for the buffalo. So you see, but it is now when the vyavahara is how it is seen as one. So vyavariyamanamapi tat khadgadikam koshat. Yet Shivalinga is something other than the Samputa. The sword is other than its kosha. So also tadvat panchakosha bhinnatvena kosha bhinnatvena vyavariyamano atma tebhyo vyatiriktaha eka. Though when you are going to use the word I, and you may use it saying with meaning body or the pranas or the indriyas, so on and so forth, yet this atma is different from the panchakoshas. Tebhyo vyatiriktaha eva. This is the point. So I think we can stop over here. Tadvat panchakosha kosha abhinnatvena. So vyavahara is always going to be how? Abhinnatvena. Okay. Vyavahariyamanopi atma tebhyo vyatiriktaha. And this is the vivek. So this is the panchakosha vivek. So what is it? Panchakosha abhinnatvena vyavahariyamanopi atma tebhyo vyatiriktaha eva is the vivek. All right. So we can stop for the day over here. In fact, stop for the week and meet on Monday eve. I think you people, have you people seen that? Yeah, I will talk about it. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नमः
हर
पार्वती
हर महादेव।